It's all about Team Denmark on this special edition of Badminton Unlimited. Coming up on the show, Mia Blichfeldt reveals how her life has changed since returning to Denmark after the YONEX All England Open 2020. Plus, Viktor Axelsen and Anders Antonsen talk about their journey to becoming two of the biggest names in men's singles. And we're taken around in Copenhagen by Mr. Badminton himself.
This is where I used to come a lot, coming with the regional train from Holbæk.
I still feel like people are taking their distance from each other, but our restaurants and some bars are opening, so I feel like our world is slowly getting back to normal. And I felt like my world has been normal for like 6 weeks now because I went back for practice. But it's been tough to see like my family and my boyfriend not going back to normal because they still have to be staying at home and could not go to work as they were supposed to do. So it's just, I still feel like the world is a little bit afraid, and then you feel like it's a little bit crazy when you walk by someone and they don't even look at you. They just walk a circle around you. I don't think it's nice. I don't like it. I think the 2 first weeks were the worst ones because you had to like make a plan and find out what things you can do at home, and I had to get a bike in my apartment so I can do some cardio, and then I ordered a lot of gym things and that stuff. But I actually think after the first 2 weeks I found like a great motivation and made some goals for the period. In the beginning, my goal was just to stay fit and try to stay like as good as I could, because I knew that my level would drop maybe 10 or 20% the next couple of weeks. But I was aware of that, so I just focused on like trying to do the best every day and just have a plan to wake up to every day, so you don't like when you wake up at 10 or you wake up at 11 but still have set a clock for 8 o'clock, so you have to go and do a early bike session, so you have your normal scheduled day. Right now I'm back at the court at the National Center, and we're also back at our national team training with the Team Denmark, so we can use the gym and we can use our physios. So I think it's getting back to like my normal day. Right now I'm working a lot of my patient on court because sometimes it's very easy for me to take my personality on court, so I play a little bit like stupid and aggressive because I want to win so much. So I'm working very hard on like putting my personality away from the court and just like trying to be more patient. I'm following a lot of motivational people, and I really want to be one of them that makes people smile or can make people stay better. And I have always had so much energy, so I love to like challenge myself and learn new dances or steps. So I just think it's funny and it gives me a lot of energy. I think it's important that you stay motivated and make some goals, so you get a lot of energy in your normal schedules. I think it's important for me to do a lot of things that makes me happy, because if I'm happy, then I feel more calm about the situation. And just hang on and trust that everything is gonna be okay again.
Denmark currently boasts 2 men's singles players in the top 5 of the world rankings. 2017 world champion Viktor Axelsen and Total BWF World Championships 2019 silver medalist Anders Antonsen. 23-year-old Antonsen reached his highest ranking of number 3 last November and partly credits his rise to the raised level of competition and the healthy rivalry between him and Axelsen.
He's world number 1 and I would like to be world number 1 one day, so at some point there is something, because we all want to be the best, but we are using each other in practice every day and helping each other to get better, and I think that's really important if we're going to be able to compete with Asia and the rest of the world. Then we need to help each other. If we're working against each other, then I think it would be hard for us to compete with the rest of the world. My father works in a badminton club that's just 200 meters away from where we lived back in my hometown in Denmark. So that was mainly because of him, because he was working there. So I was spending a lot of time in the hall, and both my mom and dad played as well. So I used to play with them whenever there was a free court. Mostly I lost, and I got really angry and sad. And locked myself into, there was like a box where you could, in the gym, in the hall. So when I lost, I went in the box and hid it for hours so my mother and dad couldn't find me. I will probably say Lindan, Lee Chong-wei, Peter Gade, and you know, growing up, I watched them a lot. They were. Whenever there was badminton in television, it was always those guys who was in the semi-final or final. So I used to watch these guys really much. When you are as young as I am and you suddenly are on this tour, then it's great to have some guys to look up to and learn from. We definitely have some great players that are older than me and have experienced this level and being on the tour for a long time. So. You know, it's great to be able to learn from them. I think that's really important. I've learned to relax a little bit and not push myself too hard the days before a match, because the body needs to stay fresh. That was probably a little problem in the earlier days, that I was pushing myself too hard and I was a bit drained when I started the tournament.
Viktor Axelsen reached the summit of the world rankings in 2017, following a gold medal win at the Total BWF World Championships. Unsurprisingly, the 26-year-old ranks that title victory in Glasgow over Lindan as one of the biggest moments of his career. Badminton Unlimited found out more about the Dane's journey that saw him become one of the world's best.
He's done it! Viktor Axelsen becomes world champion.
I think it must be the world champs together with the Thomas Cup, and then my Olympic bronze medal is of course also really high on the board. But I think the world championship gold at Thomas Cup is the two most special ones for me. The thing that caught me the most about badminton was the fact that you are alone on court. I also played soccer when I was younger. However, I really like to be alone on court and deal with my own problems. You know, when I was growing up, Peter Gade, he started to do really well. So he was definitely a role model for me, and it was awesome for me to have a chance to actually train with him in the last years of his career. But from other sports, I really much looked up to Andre Agassi on the tennis side. But you know, badminton is in my eyes a really complete sport, because it both has technical, tactical, and physical side of it. And already from a young age, I loved hitting things with a racket and stuff like that. So from an early age, I just knew that badminton was a good sport for me. I really like Singapore. I like Tokyo as well, mostly because of the sushi. But then I also enjoy going to China because you know, I can practice my language skills there. But my favorite city would be Singapore, Tokyo.
那你从名单退赛是不是会进决赛的？我不要想太远因为呢，明天是一个新的一天，所以有一个新的对手，所以我要把我所有的注意力放在明天的比赛上。
I wanted to use my head besides badminton, and I know that, of course, badminton is a big sport in China. So that's why I chose to, you know, to jump in and try to learn the language. Luckily, it has been going quite well, and I enjoy it now. And I learn new words every time I'm in China, and all the Chinese players are really friendly to talk to me. So the fact that I speak Chinese now has helped me a lot already. Yeah, when I started learning Chinese, my teacher gave me a name which is An Sailong, which means you know, the quiet, competitive dragon. If you have to, you know, if you have to translate it, and it's, you know, I also laughed a lot, but you have to have a Chinese name, and I think to be a competitive dragon is pretty cool. You have to find your own ways, do what you believe in, and yeah, keep at it, and don't let anyone else affect your. How do you say, the way you're doing things, because it's only who knows you best, so follow your own instinct.
Okay, that's the serious stuff done. Let's now put Axelsen under some real pressure with our this or that game.
Coke. Hot. Pasta. Instagram. Netflix. Jackie Chan. Batman. Because Batman is a bit more realistic and he's pretty badass as well. Superman is a bit too superficial, I think. Yeah.
It's time for a breather here on Badminton Unlimited. When we return, Morten Frost shows us around his hometown in Denmark. And Danish men's doubles duo Kim Astrup and Anders Skarup Rasmussen get competitive with each other.
Don't wave my hand away.
Hello, my name is Morten Frost. We are in Nykøbing. This is my hometown. This is where I am brought up, and only 5,000 people live here. I'm so much looking forward to showing you a little bit of my life, how it has been to come from this small town and then move on to be world #1 in badminton. But first of all, we're going to meet my brother Jens, so I hope you will enjoy the trip. Thank you very much. Hej Jens.
Hej bror.
Hej. Godt at se dig.
Ja,
Godt at se dig.
velkommen til byen.
Ja, tak skal du have. So here we are, Nykøbing, Sjælland. This is where my brother Jens and I are brought up. I lived here for 20 years of my life. I'm born and bred here in this town. And just behind me is where we've lived all our lives. It's the shoe shop and the men's shop. My parents had both of them, and we have our childhood house or flat or apartment is just on top of this one. So this is where we're born and brought up. For me, for the first 20 years of my life, and for Jens, he has stayed here forever since 50 years or more.
Jeg har ikke været uden for byskiltet endnu. Så, men nej, vores familie har jo drevet forretning her på hovedgaden. Starten lige her, den bygning lige bag os i 1896. Og så ellers kørte vi 5 generationer til 2011, hvor jeg sluttede. Og vi solgte forretningen, og så er det nu Lone Gullager, som kører forretningen derovre videre i skoforretningen.
Det, der er rigtig morsomt, det er jo sådan set, at jeg havde at arbejde i den her forretning. Om sommeren, når vi skulle fylde stativerne op med espadrilles og alt muligt andet. Og Jens, han elskede at arbejde i forretning, så vi var sådan ligesom meget, meget langt fra hinanden i det her.
Vi var nat og dag, det var vi.
Men jeg skulle tjene nogle penge, så der var ikke nogen vej udenom. Så det blev til sommerarbejde nede i skotersforretningen. Men Jens han nød det, og jeg synes, det var meget forfærdeligt. Ja. Men sådan er det.
Jeg har det sådan. Det er min mest irriterende bror. Jeg har aldrig nogensinde slået ham i noget med en bold. Det tætteste, jeg har været på, det var, da du var 9, og jeg var 7. Og det var ikke badminton.
Det var bordtennis.
Det var et bordtennis. Vi havde et bord op på et af værelserne, og det gik for fuldt tryk. Og vores forældre stod over i døren og kiggede. Og jeg kan godt sige, at tårerne de sad hernede, fordi du pressede lige de sidste 3 bolde, hvor jeg så tabte. Det er det tætteste, jeg har været på at banke dig. Men okay, jeg er meget tålmodig. Du bliver vel 90, og så er jeg 88, ikke? Så er du vel så stivben, at jeg kan få dig i et eller andet.
Chancen er stor.
Ja.
Men nu har jeg jo så lige fået en ny hofte, så nu regner jeg med, at jeg klarer den yderligere 30 år uden problemer. Nu vil det tiden vise. So we are here in the heart of the city, in the heart of Copenhagen. And I moved to Copenhagen when I was 20 years old. I lived for the first 20 years in Nykøbing Sjælland. And it was a really big change for me, because coming from this small little town, coming to the capital city of Denmark, coming here to Copenhagen, and not only that, I lived in, at the time, the worst area in Copenhagen. And I was lucky enough to have a car, but I had no telephone. I had lived in a very, very tiny place. And it was tough times. I had to work in a warehouse. I had to work for a living. So I did that in the days, and of course I was training as much as I could in the mornings and in the evenings, but it was a little bit tricky at the time. So as I told you before, we are in the city centre of Copenhagen. We are actually very close to the central station, and at the central station I spent hours and hours waiting for my trains when I was young. So I like to show it to you, so please come this way. So here we are at the central station in Copenhagen. This is platform number 6. This is where I used to come a lot, coming with the regional train from Holbæk. So far I've been traveling 2.5 hours, but I still have another half an hour to go before I get to Gentofte. Normally I should do my homework, but I'm sure I slept. So we have arrived at platform number 9, and as you can see we have the central station here in Copenhagen, and we have to go up north to Gentofte, and that's about another 20-25 minutes. So this was the story about the central station and my traveling life so far, and now we're going to meet my very good friend and old doubles partner, Sten Flatberg. So here we are at the House of Sports in Brøndby in Copenhagen, and as you can see, someone here you might know. I'm not quite sure. As you know, Sten and I, we have known each other. Sten Flatberg is a former world champion men's doubles in 1983. We used to play together from we were 10 years old, so we have known each other for just about 50 years. I will leave it all to you so you can have an interview with Sten, and I will just be off. So thanks very much.
We were back both young players. I think we were around 11 years of age when we met, playing matches in our county Zealand. We were not very physically strong. I was, I guess, the smallest of everyone, and Morten had asthma, something with his chest, so he used it as a challenge. He wouldn't accept that there were things he couldn't do. He also played a lot of soccer, and still he managed to compete and become better and better. So he overcome, and maybe that is one of the answers to Morten's success, is that he wanted to overcome. He has such a strong will, a winning instinct that none had. I remember when we played tournaments in Denmark, for instance, we were in Jutland. We might have played many matches in Saturday, and then the semi-finals in started Sunday, of course, and then we had to start at 9, and Morten said he always had to be up 2 hours before and have 5 rackets lying behind the court. So he was very focused on details also, and his willing to win was the key.
A trademark of Kim Astrup and Anders Skarup Rasmussen's on-court game is their aggression. But what are they like when pitted against each other? It's time to find out.
Yeah. I think I'll go to 4-3, maybe in their favor.
5-4 in their favor. 4-4.
I think we're behind.
Yes.
Yeah.
6-4.
6-5.
5-3. I already said that.
Big Burgo.
Which year?
Hep. 2014.
Yeah, but yeah, but you didn't know.
Yeah, you get a point each for now.
Huh. 21-15. Hep. 21-16. 21-18.
Correct.
He said 15. He said 15.
He said my final answer.
Yeah,
that was the correct one.
Yeah, but you could see that it was not right, 15.
But you did.
Then you just keep on. You don't shut up. We played Ayun and Slug from India. Obviously, I can't remember the score.
Then just
it's in January 2018.
Hep. I know we played an Indian pair in the second round as well. And the one is Srikant's brother, and I don't know the name of the other guy. Isn't it Srikant?
Yeah. It actually is, but you don't know his name.
I'll just let
you don't know him.
You don't
know his name.
You need to give me the full answer.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
But
can I try?
I can't remember.
She has.
Don't point. Don't point at me.
But you don't have to say.
Don't point at me.
I don't need your.
Don't point at me. Hep.
Lamsvus and Cyril.
Okay, score.
21-11, 21-8. That's really close.
21-8. 21-9. 21-7. 21-10.
Give me a score.
21-11 in the first game. Is that right?
And the second one?
No,
I can't.
21-11. 21-11, 21-10. 21-11, 21-13.
No.
21-11, final score?
He said 16.
21-11, 21...
What?
7. First round against Indo and Watanabe, and the final against Suwannara.
Very good.
The difficulty on the other end was the difficult.
Pow!
So,
pow!
Seriously.
I had that one. You can get that.
No.
Rewind. Press rewind.
No,
Don't wave my hand away. I know that. I was first.
We won in Indian Open and we won in Fuzhou
After the China Open.
Yeah, after China.
He already
In
answered.
2018.
Yeah, but we also beat them in India before.
No, but you don't. That doesn't count.
Okay, but then in Fuzhou we beat them as well. And then at the World Tour finals.
So final answer is
True.
very good.
22-20.
21-18, 21-19. Then I won. Woohoo! 5-3.
You're so loud.
Next week on Badminton Unlimited, we head to Japan as we bring back our best features and stories from the East Asian nation, including our exclusive chat with Badminton King, Kento Momota.
その反面、体のケア、食事面などいろいろ考えさせられる1年でもありました。
In the meantime, do remember to log on to bwfbadminton.com for the latest news and features on the sport. It's bye-bye for now, and please stay safe.